Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday, TGIF. It's Friday, May 8th. This is Mike St. Pierre from CCMA, and this is the weekly update. I'm not John Krasinski with some good news, but I do have some excellent resources for you on this Friday. We promise we'll make it worth your while. As we like to do, we'll go left to right in our tabs here. And first up is from Inside Higher Ed. They have a new podcast called The Key. And they had a recent episode which talked all about Southern New Hampshire University and how they're essentially making undergraduate education free for their 3,000 or so residential students for the fall. And they have some really interesting approaches to that. You might be familiar with Southern New Hampshire University because they have over 120,000 online students, primarily non-traditional learners. And they are considered a very, very innovative and disruptive, in a good way, educational facility in Southern New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire. So check this out. It's very interesting, and it's a nice interview with their president, Paul LeBlanc. Again, that's The Key, and we'll put all the links in the show notes. Next up, Assumption College in Worcester, Mass. is about to become Assumption University, and what an interesting time to do this. So check this out. This is from universitybusiness.com, and it's called Higher Ed's Plan: Adapt, Endure, Thrive. It'll give you a little backstory of how a college is deciding to forge ahead even during a pandemic in its transition to become a university. So hats off to them for having the bravery to do that. Next up, from the McGrath Institute for Church Life, this is a blog post by Christina LeBlanc called Working Remotely and the Common Good of the Family. I don't know about you, I have 3 kids at home, and I love working from home. I've been doing it for years. I think I'm pretty good at it, and it's really different right now. Just having kids at home, you're constantly monitoring them, and even though they're fairly independent, this author, Christina LeBlanc, has just a very soft touch, different perspective on what it's like to work from home when you have other people sharing your space. So make sure you check that out. Next up, over at Crux, interesting article from John Allen, their editor, called The How of Going Back to Mass, maybe just as messy as the when. Maybe your diocese is starting to limit or rather ease some of the public mass restrictions. This is really complicated stuff, and the Thomistic Institute has done a nice job, which has informed the U.S. Bishops' Conference in terms of giving bishops and dioceses guidance on how and when they can open up masses again. So make sure you check this out. Very interesting. Penultimately, something that's really beautiful as we're going into Mother's Day this weekend. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. This is from our Sunday Visitor, and it's just a nice read. As mothers, we need to show ourselves the grace of God's mercy. I won't spoil the article for you, but it's really worth reading. If you have a mom or if you are a mom, make sure you check this out. Last but not least, it can be easy to get discouraged during the time of the coronavirus, and I promise this will put a smile on your face. I found it over on Facebook, and I guess it's from the EWTN News Nightly. It's a young man, a 13-year-old named Carson Kissel, and he has this very painful skin disease, and he prays the Divine Chaplet Mercy online, I think every day, I'm not sure, but regularly. And my family does this as well, and my kids really like the Divine Mercy Chaplet. I'm not sure why. There's just something about it. And this young man, against all odds, will give you a real smile, something to just put a lightness in your step as you go into this weekend. So if you're feeling a little bit down, make sure you watch this, if nothing else. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share this with someone else. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And for all the mothers out there, a very, very happy Mother's Day.